Okay, what's up everybody? Uh, Taking a ride again on my Easy Motion Neo jumper and back here in some trails in Illinois, having a pretty good time. I don't exactly know the name of the trail, but yeah. Still have nothing but pretty much positive words to say about the jumper. It's 2000, I think it's a 2014 version. Um, Very nice bike. Uh, I have no complaints. And then again, I'm not a hardcore uh, mountain bike person. I just like to cruise the trails, but this bike does really good for what I needed to do. Full suspension. I got a Suntour Epicon fork in the center and RockShox on the front. Does good enough for me. The main downfall of this bike would be the uh, the electronics. They're not as trustworthy as like the Bosch. You can't really. I mean, on this bike, I've been fortunate. Their work has been pretty much faithful to me. But on my other Easy Motion bikes, I've been having some issues with codes popping up, and I got one of my bikes now I have to work on because they sent me a new electronic speed controller, and it still doesn't work properly. It comes on, goes off. So if Easy Motion, one of the main things they need to do on their bikes for 2018, the newer bikes, is bulletproof your electronics. Bulletproof them. It shouldn't be that difficult with all the technology we have today. Make them where they're pretty much flawless, like the Bosch. From what I hear, they have a really good reputation as far as the electronics are concerned. Very low percentage of failure, if any. So that would be nice to be said of the Easy Motion bikes. They can get their electronics, because I've gone on forums and seen other people talk about the bike, and they've had similar problems where these codes come up and there's surging or whatever else with the bike. So Easy Motion, if you watch this video, please bulletproof your electronics. I would say focus more on your electronics than coming out with new bikes every year. That's very important, because I go on 50-mile ride. I'll do a 50-mile ride or whatever, and I want to know that my electronics are going to be there when I need them. So if you guys could do that, you'd sell more bikes. I guarantee you. Your bikes are awesome, but your electronics not so much, as far as dependability, reliability. But anyway, as far as power, like this bike has a throttle on it, which I love. I would encourage Easy Motion not to steer away from the throttle. Keep that as an option. Even if you make a bike that's just pedal assist, I think you guys would be wise to have it where they can throw on the twist throttle. I love it. And finally got my hands on a Bosch bike too. And I would say this: Bosch has it down as far as the pedal assist. Nobody can beat them. It's like robotics, man. That thing moves when you move. So anybody that wants a pedal assist system that's just top notch, any Bosch bike is the way to go. What I mean by Bosch bike, any bike, high bike, Easy Motion, other brand bikes, Cannondale, any bike that has the Bosch system on it, you're good to go. And that, from what I hear, it has a high reliability factor. So Bosch has a market on that. If Easy Motion can perfect their dependability on their electronics, it would be nice, very nice. Now this bike here is totally awesome. Easy Motion Neo jumper. For those of you who don't know, again, here's the battery right here. The battery is right there. Oh, sorry about that. Dropped my phone. Battery is right there. Let me see if I got it. The motor, as far as on this bike, is right here. It's called a hub motor. In the rear. Also, something else I'd like to say. I hear a lot of people talk about these bikes, and they talk about the balance of the bike and the motor being in the rear and it's heavy. I would say this: you're not even going to notice it, because I'm the type of person, I'm always packing an extra 15, 20 pounds on the 10 to 20 pounds on the back of my bike with water or whatever else. And I would probably, unless you're a hardcore rider, you're not going to even notice. I mean, this bike does great. I've had it since 2014. It is now 2017. November will be 3 years I've had this bike. I haven't had any major issues with it. I took it to the bike shop a week or so ago, and they were even raving on this bike, that how high spec it was. They were very impressed. And this is a bike shop that has been in Illinois for over, I think it's the oldest bike shop in the nation, for over 50 years or 50 years or more. But anyway, they gave this bike very good reviews. They were very impressed with this bike, extremely impressed with it. And so that's good props to BH and Easy Motion. You guys got a good bike, just perfect the electronics. And please keep the throttle on the bikes. Don't get away from the throttle. If you guys could somehow, make the cutoff sooner on the bike, would be nice. That would be one thing that would be really nice. But I don't think anybody can project the Bosch system as far as pedal assist. Now, as far as torque, I'd have to say again, I'd have to probably call it a tie, because the thing is, this bike here has 30 gears. The Bosch bike that I have has 10. I have the Bosch X-Duro, the 2014 version. Got it real cheap on eBay, real cheap. You wouldn't believe how cheap I got it. Under $1,600, under $1,600 for a Bosch, and it only had 14 miles on it. So it's a brand new bike. So that's the one that I will ride on the 50, 60 mile treks, because the electronics are more dependable. And anyway, on this bike, when I go on a 50 mile trek, I'm pretty much not using the throttle to conserve power. And I'm the type of person, everybody rides electric bikes differently. I don't depend on electronics. I'll do 20 miles without any assist at all, on a 50 mile trek, or I'll do more than that. I pretty much use electronics for when I need it, and therefore I get really good range as far as the battery is concerned. But I did do a test one year. I think the first year I had the bike, I left the bike in pedal assist the whole entire time, in the lowest level of pedal assist, and I did get 50 miles. And that's what it said, that is possible you can get off this bike, is 50 miles. And it did get me 50 miles, so I was very impressed. Any negatives about the bike? I can't, like I said, it's a well-spec'd bike. What I do like about the BH bikes also is that the crank is just a traditional crank. So, if you do have to have any work done, it's just a regular bike. I take it to the bike shop, and guys hook me up, bled my hydraulic system, whatever they needed to do. So I'm going to do that like once a year. It's only like $75, but these are pros. These guys know what they're doing. They see something wrong, they'll let you know. They can even true your rotor on the bikes, which is really nice to keep your braking system intact. So I would advise anybody to do that if you want to keep your bike in tip-top condition. And then again, it is nice to know how to do this stuff yourself. Most of the stuff I know how to do myself, but these guys are bleeding hydraulics, brakes and stuff there. You just want to have that stuff right when you're on the trail. But yeah, the Easy Motion Neo Jumper, again, one of the baddest bikes. I don't care what anybody says. If you can get your hands on this bike, if you can find the Easy Motion Neo Jumper, use whatever, get the bike. It's well worth it. Don't be thrown off by the hub motor. Like I said, I have a Bosch bike too. I would not, and I repeat, I would not give up this bike for the X-Duro that I have, the high bike X-Duro. It's not the full suspension X-Duro, but it has a nice rock shock in the front. But I would not give up this bike for that X-Duro, even though the pedal assist of the X-Duro is the Bosch system. That's how much I like this bike. That right there will tell anybody a lot about the Easy Motion Neo Jumper bicycle. I got the adjustable gooseneck, so I kind of got my bike set up. Sorry about that. I kind of got my bike set up more for being comfortable, not for so much low profile riding. But anyway, there it is. There you go. Easy Motion Neo Jumper. Got the helmet to match. You got to admit that's tight. That's right. Easy Motion Neo Jumper with the hub motor. I love it. 350 watts. More torque than you need. You can climb, again, any hill. I repeat, any hill in the first level of pedal assist. So this bike is awesome, man. I hear people say the Bosch can out-climb it. I don't think so. It just has the better system. It's more like robotics on the Bosch systems. I mean, it moves when you move. The Bosch system is simply incredible as far as pedal assist. Point blank. I can't say nothing negative about it. Because when I ride it, it's like robotics. Like you have a robotic legs or something. It's that accurate, people. So yeah, if you don't want to throttle, get the Bosch system. Period. If you don't mind, if you would like to have a throttle, find you a 2014 Easy Motion needle jumper, or before you buy the newer versions, ask them if they have one with the throttle or the throttle option. Okay? Me, I'm very happy with the 2014 version. It won't be going anywhere. All right. Later. Hope you like the review or update.